What's up guys, Scrub King here, and with the Master 05 rule change coming in I think less than 2 weeks or so, I wanted to give you guys the last Master 04 Saddleman Grade deck profile. Unfortunately, so I wanted to use this deck in YCS Charlotte, but of course with the whole coronavirus situation going on, all Yu-Gi-Oh events have been rightfully canceled leading up to Master 05, so there will be no longer big tournaments before the rule change. So it's kind of crazy time in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. So I thought, it'd be a good time to just bring you guys the deck profile. Last Master 04. I mean, the deck's not greatly impacted, but just the way you play is a little bit different. So let's get right into it. So of course, one Gazelle, the God card. We still play one Falco. Falco, I've tried to bring it up to maybe 2, because I just love this card. Like, Falco is so disgusting. Sending him to the grave, getting back a Sputter Trap, or just like having him to the grave, returning the Gazelle on the field back to the hand, linking him away to Bailings, and then triggering the Gazelle in hand. So it's just so nasty. all the combos you could do with Falco. But yeah, just that one. And my boy here, Foul, I played him at 2 for quite some time, and then I took him out because of space. And actually, I'm flirting with the idea of just taking him out in general. So if you guys have been following the channel, I've been playing Salad since it came out, and I've gone back and forth with Foul. Like, there are deck profiles you'll see on my channel that don't play him, and me basically talking shit about him. And then I slowly bring him back sometimes. He's good at 1. Most likely will be taking him away as time goes on. We'll see. I mean, Dweller's still a card. If it still is here after the ban list, we'll see. But might try some builds without my boy here. I'm playing just 2 Foxy. I think this is fine. I mean, obviously with Stalio gone, the rank 3 engine's like dead. But this card is just disgusting, where you could pop face up Floodgates. You could pop your own Floodgates if you play it. I do play at least 1 Floodgate in this deck. I know a lot of other Salad builds play Gozen. I haven't really tested too much with Gozen, just because I don't think it's that strong in the meta right now. But I play 2 Foxy. Definitely, I think if you play 3, that's totally acceptable. 3 is probably the better way to go. I mean, cutting maybe 1 Foul for a Foxy could be a way to go. But I played 2 and I haven't really seen too much of a difference. It hasn't been too bad. So that's it. 2 Spinny. So this is definitely the way to go. But I actually think I'm going to go ahead and cut 1. I was play testing at one of the locals, talking to a fellow Salad player, and he was sharing me an idea of, instead of playing 2 Spinny, you play 1 Spinny and 1 Mole. I played Mole in the past, and he was pretty good, okay. His graveyard effect comes back sometimes, just helps Salad with recursion. So I'm going to probably test that out again and see if it works or not. But Spinny, the reason I'm definitely going to cut it, rather if I put Mole or not, is just I always see myself siding 1 out, games 2 and 3. So it's just another body essentially, which is basically what Mole is. Basically like a Crusadia, the Crusadia Fire one that we use, or the Sea Archiver is just another body. So 2 Spinny. 2 of my boy Jack. I played 3 for a little bit. Then I got a little too cloggy, so 2 I think is fine. Nothing too crazy about that. You definitely don't want to play 1. And this is the ratio for normal summons that I like. 3 Buffalero, best card in the deck, one of the best cards in the deck. And 2 Debug. So I know a lot of people play 3 and 2, or 3 and 1, or 3 and 1. It all depends on what your style play. I personally, I play 8 hand traps in this build, so not like overkill or not, but I like seeing my side deck cards, and this gives me a much more better chance of doing that versus Debug. Debug is really good in situations, so like obviously you want to search it off Cyanide Mining if you don't think your opponent has Droll, but I think Buffalo is just the more superior card. It gives so much advantage, especially if you don't have Sanctuary in hand. You could chain block him with Bailings, which is just so nasty. Like broken, unless they have like a call by, then you're shit out of luck. And of course, play the 1 Prohibit Snake. I know some builds play 2, so this card is disgusting. If you guys don't know, essentially if you have Bailings or any Cyberse Link, start a damage step, you could discard it and return the monster that's battling against your Cyberse Link to the opponent's hand. So it's just it outs so many monsters. The great thing is that it can't be called by because it happens during the damage step. And call by does not negate the activation, it negates the effect. So it's pretty nice. So yeah, this card is obviously the 1-2 punch. If you're playing against Shaddolls, you summon Debug, search this, link away to the Banelings, attack Banelings into the window, and then discard this. And it's just it's just a beautiful play. So those are like the main like cybers that I play. Definitely not like 100% on all the ratios. Like, you know, might bring up the Foxy. Depending on how the meta forms out, especially in Master of 5. We'll see about the Prohibit Snake. But the Prohibit Snake has been like pretty nasty, to be honest with you. It's so good. Not just against Shaddolls. It just outs like a like Boros Sword. Like that's how nasty it is. So as I mentioned, 8 hand traps. So 4 Crow. Crow is probably the best hand trap in my opinion right now. It's disgusting. So obviously in the mirror match is disgusting. Versus Spiral is nasty. Especially if they don't have a trap in the grave. Key there. I'll make sure that they don't have the trap before you activate this. Or if you're trying out the trap. And just other things in general. Like it's just really good. And it's also really good against Shaddolls as well. So not just Prohibit Snake, but this. So when they link away or they fusion away the construct, to get back that fusion spell, they need to target it. So it targets for cost, and yeah. Ash Blossom, of course, because it's Salad. I think Ash is. I know a lot of people are saying like Ash sucks this format, which, you know, I understand. Well, first of all, on Salad you have to play because it's fire. But second of all, it's just so good against Rogue. I mean, like you Ash, like Hidden City against Sub-Terrors, and they don't have good follow up. Their turn is over. So. It's still a good card. Like, and I've chosen the Liberty to main deck 2 Nibiru. Nibiru in the main has been amazing for me personally, mainly because I see a lot of combo where I duel, and it's really good against like heroes and stuff. So I think maining has been the way to go. I took my Phantasma's out for Nibiru, and I think that was like the best mood. Phantasma was like dead in the hand, almost like every duel. Because like Dinos is getting like really big right now, and they don't really link summon, so it was just dead in my hand. The only thing about this card versus Dinos, that obviously they get protected with Miscellaneous, but you win and you lose, right? They can't protect the what's that rank 9, the one I hate too much, VFD. So that's one thing. So those are all the monsters essentially. So nothing too crazy, nothing too new. Now we're gonna get to the spells. 3 mining. Yeah, nothing more to say there. It's good that Konami is about to reprint this, so a lot of people will have more access to this. So that helps out more people that, you know, can't afford the freaking. I think that at one point, this card was like $40. I don't know if it dropped now, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. 3 Will. Of course, this is really, 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 really good. Especially so Salamangreat, as you know, it's super good at recursion. But Will in general just adds that extra element. This like at regionals I was playing, this literally like won me games. Like this won me duels. like this card alone is just pretty crazy. I play 2 pot. I'm most likely going to bump this up to 3. This card is obviously really good, and since I played 3 Buffalero, I want to get into this card more. So you just keep drawing. And when you see those type of hands, you know, draw kind of sucks, but you know, if they have it, they have it. But Desires is just so nasty, especially since I play Zeravoros in the extra deck you'll see later. You want to bump this up to max just to see it. I played 2 just because I kept drawing into the Desires after the Desires. But since I played Zeravoros now, I'm like, all right, screw it. Like, let's just max out. 1 Foolish, obviously. 1 Sanctuary. You know, one of the most important cards in your deck, as you know. Try to protect this baby as much as you can. Circle, because Konami doesn't like us and keeps it at 1. I played 1 Cosmic. So my thought behind this is I had, you know, extra space. You know, you could play Upstart Goblin, but I think that card, I mean, the card's obviously great because you're basically playing 39 cards in your deck. But you're always going to side it out game 3 because of time rules. So I didn't want to be in that situation personally. So I said, all right, Mine is a card, especially nowadays. People are main decking Mine as like a cheese to get cheese wins. And the 1 Cosmic has been so good. I got Mine a couple of times and I top decked the 1 Cosmic I have, and I ended up banishing away and winning. And obviously Field Barrier doesn't do anything because Field Barrier protects from destruction, and this banishes, so it's really good. Obviously I'll play 2, but I've just been testing 1 just because I have the space and I'll have to optimize the deck a little bit to see what else I'll take out. Yeah, but the main thing, I just didn't want to like rely on Rage to kill the mine. So like the thing about Rage is obviously it's a trap card, so you got to set it. And if the opponent sees you setting cards, they'll probably pop it before you get the chance to destroy the mine. So I wanted something that would quickly banish the mine. That's what it came down to. Speaking of traps, 2 Rage, 2 Roar, pretty standard. I know people played 3. Not me. Because the thing is, like, I almost like don't win my die rolls like ever. So too many traps like this don't go anywhere. And 1 of Imperial Order. Because I play Buffalero, I see this card quite a lot because I'm drawing into my deck quite a few times. And this card is obviously like crazy. Like it auto wins you against Shaddolls. Sometimes it can auto win you against the mirror match because obviously, if you saw, we play quite a few spells here. And if you need to activate your spells, you pop it with Foxy. So pretty nasty. All right, so that's the main deck. And then extra deck you'll see is fairly familiar, pretty standard. So obviously beat 3 of the baby here, Balinks. I play 1 Ling Karibo, not Link Karibo, Ling Karibo. This is really good because the thing is, like, after you do your turn 1 normal combo, usually leave like with like 1 Sunlight Wolf and then like 1 where is he? Like 1 Jack Jaguar. So you usually like left with that. And instead of just like linking its away into another Balinks, which does nothing unless you have like a Roar and try and protect versus Kaiju. That's one way to do it. You can link it away and leave the Link Rebuild there. So this protects you against evenly matched. So this is a quick effect. You could attribute it to negate a trap card. So obviously it doesn't negate counter traps, but evenly matched, it does take care of it. So that's one way to do it. Of course, 3 Wolf. 2 Heat Boy, obviously. You gotta change the art change the art to make sure that people know that they are reincarnating Link. That's why I like doing it. The package here, the update, the tri-code, whatever, and the Borreload. These cards are freaking godly. And I absolutely encourage everyone playing these 3 cards. They're just amazing. Like you go into Update Jammer. I always go into Update Jammer. Let's just put it that way. Like this just wins games. Still play the Hida. This card is disgusting. Obviously in the mirror, obviously in other things. Versus Dinos, as I mentioned, Dinos still a deck. I believe, if I remember, I think Miscellaneous is a fire, so you can recur that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Play the 1 Abyss. I very much contemplated playing 2 because this card is just so nasty. It auto wins your games. That's what it comes down to. Many times I wanted to play 2. It's just the space is so tight. And then I took out my Apollousa for Zeraboros, as I mentioned earlier. And this card is amazing. Like, it gives you, like, wins against decks that you really shouldn't be winning. Like, that's what it comes down to. Where, I took out Apollousa on... The thing is, like, if you're going into Apollousa, you're, like, not... Unless your hand is broken, you're not really going to kill them. And Apollousa is, like, easily outed. Unless, like... It really depends on the game state, but I just never went into Apollousa. And if you're putting your resources into Apollousa... you better have like really good follow-up to make sure your salad cards are still live. Like you better have a will to special summon your wolf and maybe have a roar set and stuff like that. I just never really went to Apollousa, and every time I went into her, it would just like be okay. Obviously it protects against Nibiru, so that's the other part. But usually they Nibiru you before you even get to that point. So the deck still auto loses to Nibiru, of course, as you imagine. The thing about Zeraboros is that it's just so nasty, especially if you're playing Desires. You're gonna summon him, he's gonna be like 7,000 at one point. So it's a nasty card, clears the board, especially if you're playing against Batgirl. So like your opponent has to react to this, or else they're just gonna be fucked. So that's what it comes down to. So side deck, side deck is, as you guys know, it's really dependent on like your local meta or like whatever you're trying to build. So I've been playing, obviously, the token. I've been playing 3 evenly. This card has been great for me personally. I know other style players don't really like this card, but for me, it's been amazing. The thing is, like, there's like in the grind game, they're always gonna pop your field spell, and you'll get to a point where like you absolutely don't have much to work with, unless you have like Mole Engrave, then you could do that stuff. But evenly match is still like such a powerful card, especially against Spiral. So that's the thing. So I still respect like big boards like Spiral. So that's why I play it. 1 Dino, 2 Mind. This card is MVP. I used to main this. If you guys look back in my deck profiles, when this was at 3, I mained 2 and sided 1. Like, I love this card. Just right now, you know, I'm not gonna main it because, you know, I'm just in case. Like, that would just be too crazy. But yeah, only because I was prepping for an area where it had a lot of Shaddolls, Retaliancy. So this card is like, this card is like a god card against Shaddolls. So what happens when they activate a spell card that would special summon a monster? You can activate this in your hand, special summon it, and while he's on the field, all cards that are going to go to your opponent's graveyard are banished instead. So they get like nothing, no pluses off anything. So it's just a crazy card. Of course, 3 Twin to go with the 1 Cosmic in the main. So still back rows of the deck. And I've been trying out 3 Summon Limit. Previously was the Sanctum package, like the Artifact Scythe and Artifact Sanctum. And I'm just trying out 3 Summon Limits. This has been pretty good so far, but I need more testing on it. I might take it out and might play around for other things. We'll see, but that's what it comes down to it. So guys, this is the March 2020 Salamangreat Great deck profile update, the last deck profile for Master Rule 4, and I just wanted to bring it to you guys as we get ready for the new Master Rule. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Leave comments if you have any suggestions or have any ideas, and let me know what you think. Peace.